About 8 years ago, I was sitting in my office and I had a potential client who was coming in to meet with me. And I went down to the conference room like I typically do and sat down with this client. And I quickly realized that he had been in an accident. It wasn't a catastrophic accident, but he had a legitimate injury. And he also had a lawyer who had let him go. And unfortunately for this gentleman, he had hired a lawyer who doesn't really do personal injury work, who had tried to resolve his case in short order. And when the lawyer couldn't do that, he simply cut the client loose. The gentleman came to my office somewhat bewildered by the process. And I remember him sitting in my conference room saying to me, "All I want is my day in court." And a little smile, at least inside, perked up in me, because typically I'm giving advice to clients and I'm telling them, I cannot give you guarantees. I can't guarantee you we're going to win or you're going to get a certain amount of money. But in this one instance, I was able to look at this gentleman and say, I can guarantee I can get your day in court. It's the one thing I could comfortably tell him. And our relationship started on that day. Maybe a year and a half later, we ended up in trial with that client. The insurance company would not budge from what had been a very low offer throughout. And the memory that I have, which is most touching to me, is it was a 2-day trial. It wasn't that long. But on the first day of trial, my client ran out of gas and literally had to roll into the parking lot. And I gave him a few bucks so that he could get home that night, get gas in his car to get home. And the next day, the verdict came in. It was a very good verdict, much higher than the offer that he had gotten. And when the jury read the verdict, he asked me if he had heard correctly. And we smiled as we walked out of the courtroom. And it was a very satisfying experience because he wanted his day in court. I was able to get him his day in court. And the bonus to all of it was the jury also gave him a very nice award that helped him move his life forward.